All right, good evening, everyone. This is Dan Hunt with the JSKA Rochester Virtual Dojo. Today is 3/14, Pi Day. If you're not familiar with it, 3.141592654. For those of you who had 11-digit calculators back in the day. So today we're going to do a little bit of a repeat from Saturday's class, but there's a number of folks that don't attend Saturday class, so thought I'd get you guys catched up on this as well. The kick drills will probably be a little different, but the kata of Nijushiho will be covered today. And the point of that is on Saturday and Tuesday, I want to kind of do some of the similarities between Nijushiho and work on the kata Nisei Shi, which is the precursor to Nijushiho. So you'll see it's a Shito-ryu, and I think Goju-ryu also does it, and Wado-ryu does Nisei Shi as well. But it's very similar, but they use a little different stances and maybe a little different hands in their techniques. So we'll compare and contrast those as well on Saturday and then probably Tuesday again. All right, so let's get going. I'll start with a warm up here. There you go. Let's this one. Two, and two. Back to the center. And jump again. Got injuries. Try and make sure you don't aggravate them. So do what you can. Change your hands and your arms up, forward, up, forward. Up. Change your feet. Feet arms again. Slide hips around. Switch. Front back. Front back. Up. Up and over. And switch. One more time. And switch. Legs apart. Then forward. Hang. Over to the right. Hang. Again to the right. All right, good, roll it up. And feet in. A little bit, toes are up, squat, warm the legs up. On this way. Close the hips. Open hips. Open hips. Open hips. Go. Go over longer. Stand. Push the hip forward. Pulse it. Back stance. Get one leg. And down. That's good. The other one. Hips closed. Open hip. Close it. Open hip. Close it. Open hip. Close it. Longer. Stand. And straighten. And again. Down. Across. And that's good. Cross. Up. Yeah. And on here. Right shoulder up. And down. Rotate the shoulders. Back. Forward. All right, so let's get started with some of these kicking drills. All right. All right, so first one we're going to do is just a regular my giddy. All right, so left leg forward. So think of this as more of a kumite setup today. So a little bit shorter, hands are up. Don't let the hands drop when you make your kick. Just rotate. As your hip rotates forward, your hand comes with it. Do not do this. This is wrong. Turn, kick. That's not good. It's a telltale sign that it's coming. Okay. All right. So ready to right leg my kitty. Let's go in and land forward, and then we'll take a step back and repeat. Right. Pitch. Knee. Thumb. Go. Good. Switch up. Right leg forward. Ready? Hit it. Knee. Thumb. Feet. Awesome. Go. Yeah. All right, good. Left leg forward again. Now this time, I want you to do 2 kicks. Same leg. Look like you're going to put it down. So let me show you from the side. Okay, so I'm going to kick. I'm going to come down a little bit and then kick again. Okay. This is to catch that guy that's riding it out and going to come back in, and you just bury it right into him because he thinks you're going. He thinks you already started putting down. Okay, ready? So do it smooth to start off with, a little bit easy, and then we'll pick it up. Pitch. Knee.
Thumb. Feet. Go. Okay, now let's pick up the pace a little bit. This is involving the hip rock or the pendulum action of your hips. So you're going out, you're going to roll it backwards and then throw it out again. Okay, do not do shoulders back. Do hip up, hip back, hip up. Okay, ready. Hitch. Knee. Thumb. Chi. Go. All right, good, other leg. All right, here we go. Nice and smooth, and then we'll pick it up on the next 5. Ready? Itch. Knee. Thumb. Chi. Go. And again, pendulum action, lifting, lift, pull back, lift again. There we go. Nice full pace. Ready? Hitch. Knee. Thumb. Knee. One more. Go. Ready? All right, good. All right, so next one, if you got kind of bad hips, be careful of this one. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to start with a mawashigiri. Okay, so we're just going to start with a mawashigiri, but what we're going to bleed into is 2 versions of a double kick. One is mawashigiri maigiri, and the other one is mawashigiri the other way, going inside to outside instead of outside to inside. So the first one, just mawashigiri. And I don't want you to have really big wide, doesn't have to be square to the world, flat to the ground type of thing. But I don't want you lifting here and coming all the way around. I want you to lift and come forward all in one motion as you go around mawashigiri. Do not go right down the middle either and then flip it over. Okay? Ready? Just mawashigiri. Hitch. Knee. This is my least favorite leg, this side of it. Sun. Chi. Go. Good. Let's switch it up. And mawashigiri only. And forward. Hitch. Knee. Up. Knee. Go. Yeah. Good. Switch it up again. All right. So now, mawashigiri, you're coming from this side. Trying to get his hand to drop over here so that the center becomes open. Okay? You're going to come around here and then flip it around to a maigiri. All right, ready? So just mawashigiri first, pull it back, drop your hip, and go in with the maigiri. Smooth it first. Pitch. Knee. So the hip's got a tip. Okay, and the knee has to get straightened out. Thumb. Chi. One more. Go. All right, see if we can pick it up a little bit. Careful you don't go too fast and blow your knee out too. So nice and smooth. Just kind of pick up the pace just a little bit. Hitch. Knee. Sun. Chi. Last one. Go. All right, good. Other side. Okay, so Mashigiri here. Drop the knee, come right down the middle. For smooth and slow. Hitch. Knee. Knee. Your hands up. Go. That's all. All right, pick up the pace a little bit. Again, be careful. Hitch. Knee. Pump. Knee. There you go. There. All right, good. Now back to the other side. Now we're going to do Mashigiri this way. Okay. Then we're going to flip it. Bring the foot on this side of the leg. Flip it to go inside this way. Inside to outside. Okay. Ready? Hitch. Knee. Hip is tipped this way for the first one, tip this way for the second one. So your hip has to move. Some of my belt knot squares up. So I'm here, then it squares up to go to the other side. She. Go. All right, pick it up. Ready? Hitch. Knee. Sun. E. One more. Go. Good other leg. Nice and slow. Hitch. Knee. Sun. E. One more. Go. All right, a little quicker. Hitch. Knee. E. Last one. Go. All right, good, Yummy. All right, what do you think of those? Something you could use at Kumite? Maybe?
Yeah, I like them.
All right,
Left
good. I
side's
think
a little harder on that last one. My left hip doesn't want to go that way, but the right side I was okay.
okay, good. Mark?
I like them.
I find the second kick a bit too weak. It might be a thing of me, but I don't get any push in it or not enough.
It might be enough to throw him off enough to come in with a punch then too.
Yeah, but he is
maybe.
coming forward, I think, and if you don't push enough, he will just run you down.
So do you think that maybe some of it is because you're not recollecting yourself with the hip pendulum?
Yeah.
Possibly?
But
Yeah,
I
so-
also have the feeling, since I'm not going straight, I'm going in a curve. It means I lose some momentum or some push.
Yeah. You're saying on the last version or the even the first one?
It is round from
Ah.
the inside.
Yeah. Yeah,
Since
maybe,
I'm not-
or you could, it
not
could be, hold on, Tom, it could be too, that maybe that one's really only meant for groin. Maybe the lower one would be a good groin technique, not really a body technique.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, all right, Tom, what do you got?
I was just going to add, I agree. I'm not delivering power or range. And I think you're right. It's the hip. I'm not fully pulling back the hip, doing the full pendulum. Cheating.
Yeah. Okay, how about you, Peter?
Is that, do they call that a Yushiro Mashigiri when you go around that way?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It feels
don't
like it's
think
just
so.
a nuisance kick, just, you know,
Yeah, it could be. But you know, some of those too that are points in tournament type stuff are not necessarily one you do in real life out in the street somewhere. And I think to Gary's point, maybe is that, yeah, it's a kind of a nuisance to kind of get them to think about something else while you're pummeling them with your fist. So, all right. All right, where are we at here? All right, so let's get going on some Nijushiho. Okay, for those of you that missed my explanation of this one Saturday. So Nijushiho literally means Niju is 20, Shi is 4, so 24, and Ho is directions or ways, 24 ways. So maybe, you know, it's hard to see how the 24 fits into the kata, but that's what they call it. And then Nisei Shi was the original Okinawan version of the kata, and I believe that in their dialect is the same as Nijushiho. So and we'll go through Nisei Shi another day, but Nijushiho is one of those katas that I used to do all the time in tournaments along with Sochin, and it was one of those that I really seemed to excel at because I had a lot of the quick dynamic and moving actions that they were looking for with this kata. So let's get started. Okay, so this one starts off on the left side. I'm going to start in your mirror to begin with, so you guys can see what's going on, and then we'll switch it around. All right, go. All right, so we're going to reach out a little bit to the left. Right hand is kind of down the middle. Left hand is slightly outside. And we're going to pull this one back to Hikite. This one we're going to pull back to a 90-degree palm down, open hand. And everything's going to get pushed off of a squat. Squat and push yourself back, slide backwards and sink into it. This way. All right. From there, we're going to punch underneath the hand with the right hand as you release the front leg and slide forward. 1. Okay, now the next one is left hand goes underneath, palm up, shift forward again, and bring the left or the right leg forward, and kind of a slightly forward foot in the back. That's not completely square to the side, not straight forward, but kind of maybe 30 degrees to the front, and I'm slightly forward. Okay, I'm not back here onto my right leg, forward onto my left. Okay, let's try it again. Let's Nijushiho. Ich. Ni. Son. Okay, so now the next move is going to be turn around to your backside. All right. So you got your left leg forward. Okay. I'm going to drop both hands this way. And I'm going to turn around into Zanchin Dachi. So squeezing the legs together, pulling. Both hands go up and around. And double punch. Right hand on top. Okay, so you should be facing the back of your room. Okay, let's do it again. So we start from the beginning. Ich. Ni san. Okay, mate, turning, right leg forward, pull, double punch. Okay, from here, turn around and look here for a second. Okay, we're going to raise the right knee, squeeze the arms in, double sotuke, cross, and step forward into Zenkutsudachi. Okay, it's not fully kakiwaki, just more square to the arm, to the edge of the body. Okay, do it again from
from the double punch. Right leg forward, san chin dachi. Squeeze it in, pull it up, and then out. Then move your left leg over to the left. Agyuki left. Elbow right. Okay, this one here, the palm is right next to your ear, and the elbow kind of blocks your vision of your right eye. And then the finish of this sequence is unwind to the right, tate shuto kibarachi. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. Up, reach up, backwards and pull. Breathe. Punch in, elbow. Squeeze it in, arms around, pull. Open the chest really good, double punch. Bring it in and out. Wait a minute, Mark. All right, now to your left, agyuke elbow. Then unwind it, tate shuto kibarachi. And make sure this left elbow is nice and tight. Don't let this elbow hang out there like this. So this here is open the chest, really big. Pull this elbow into the spine. All right, so anybody have any questions up to there? All right, so you go back to the beginning. Let me watch this, see if everybody's got it right. All right, Nijushiho. Ich. Ni-san. Sheep. Okay, Pete, make sure you got short sanchin dachi. There you go. Now squeeze your knees together and pull with your backside backwards. Ich knee. All right, so Mark, after you make that double punch, go back and hold it for a second, and you too, Tom. So now we're at double sotuke and out. Zenkutsudachi. Now left hand agyuke empi ichni. San. All right, so Andy Lim, go back to the elbow. Now squeeze your right knee into the center only and step out with it again to make kibarachi. There you go. Yes, correct. Good, Marty. I'm going to do elbow. And then unwind. Yeah, so bring that right knee in, you too, Marty. Bring that right knee into center and then step out to do your kiba from there. There you go, yes. And you try and land all of your dropping of your weight and your transfer of everything with the same time as you make your hand technique. So hold on to the legs. Yes, there you go, good. All right, good. Let's go back to beginning. Any questions to there? Yeah, Andy.
After the umpy,
Yeah,
the hikite hand, does it draw or stays in position?
I have a draw, I believe. Let me check, make sure it's not talking out of my rear end. Actually, no, I leave it here.
Right.
I leave it here. Yep. So after the empty here, I squeeze it in and try and end everything together. Squeeze again. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good. All right, back to beginning. Anybody else have a question? All right, so one of the things that make this a really good shokata is you get to demonstrate your ability to connect at the right times and get your timing right and everything. So even on this first move, I'm still moving backwards into my kotsudachi. When I get to the bottom of this, all right. So the breathing, the sudden starts, the slow techniques,
Those all weigh into how well it's performed. All right, so go a little bit closer to your camera because this thing's gonna go a little bit back that way, away from the camera. Okay. I know it. Itch. Knees high. On. Feet. Go. Pull it in and up. From here, do not drop your hand. Just go right to it. Agyu empty. Squeeze it in and send it. Okay, from here, we have to lift first and then pull and kick together at the same time. So I gotta lift, and I gotta tip this hip over a little bit. Some of the better looking katas tend to throw like a maashigiri here. Okay, that allows them to have a little bit higher kick. If you do it more correctly, it is a yoko kikomi. Okay, but you got to bring this knee forward to make the foot and the hip align to the target line. I know a lot of people that lift the knee straight here, and it looks like a mashigiri. Okay, so from here, knees got to go slightly forward to make it a straight side thrust kick. All right, so here we go. So lift first, kick and pull same time. Itch, and then pull gyatsugi. Collapse the elbow. Bring the hand down the center and push it out. Again, keeping this little right elbow tight. Okay, same thing. Lift first, pull and kick together. Hitch, and side throw or reverse punch. Now from here, I'm going to take this left hip. Everybody turn and look here. Turn this left hip backwards toward me as I bring this hand up and down. Okay, so I've got a full turn. I'm going to go up and down. I'm going to bring this elbow right into my side here. Palm is fingertips down. And then from here, I'm going to come up over the top and step in. Zenkutsu Dachi, palm heel to the head, palm heel to the lower abdomen. Okay, so let's go back to Tate Shuto Kibarachi. Okay, lift and pull, lift, kick and pull, hitch. Knee. Repeat, sunk. Now take this left hip, pull it back, unwind the hip. Bring this elbow into the body line and shove it in. Okay, everybody go back to the Tate Shuto. Let me see what you got here. Tate Shuto, Gary. Kibarachi to the right. There you go, good. Hitch. Okay, Gary, you're a little sideways to the left. Square yourself up. That's better. Still a little bit more, move your right shoulder more to the right. All right, now squeeze that hikite to the back. All right, itch, reach. All right, Tom, push your edge of your hand toward the side. Nope. The other, yeah, that edge, yep. Itch. Now unwind it, itch. Knee, step in and high and low. Good. All right, good. Any questions to that? So that, Tom, that shuto, tate shuto is, palm is more forward. It's not straight forward, but it's more forward, maybe a 60-degree angle. Okay, yeah. Okay, and in Nisei Shi, they do a full flat shuto like this. So theirs is like that, ours is a little bit higher and less angled down. Okay, Pete, you good? So far? Oh, Pete's going. I'm glad you asked, I say.
No, so far so good. Just when after the Takeshuto and we kick, how far across does the punch come?
It is a full Gyakuzuki.
So it crosses way across your body.
Yeah, well, as far as you can execute it without destroying your
Okay.
stance, okay?
Okay.
So it's one of those, kind of depends. Let me see if I can get it bigger again here. Okay, so picture I've kicked already, boom. Notice my stance is still firm, my body's not like this, so I'm not leaning over like this, everything's square here. So kind of the elbow, for me, my stretch is about elbow to my center of my body. Is about where it was. Some people don't necessarily have that pivot in their lower spine that they can do without collapsing their stance. Some people end up like this. Got my stance is jacked up. So here. And don't bring this short inside here like this. This is out here. Okay.
Yep,
Answer your
thanks.
question? Okay,
Yep.
good. Anybody else?
Sensei, this this movement after we bring this leg back here, this
Hold on.
one's kind of hanging out until the top one meets up with it, and then they go out together, correct?
Correct.
It's coming in, and then
Yes.
they're both
Yes,
kind of
and yep, and send that one with the right hand lower.
gate
So these
end.
are- Yeah, these are kind of doing away from each other this way. They're not necessarily just going straight in. So make sure this one here is down here by your, just above your knee, maybe fingertips about knee height.
Hi, let's
Okay, so think of this as going into, kind of, 4 inches below your navel, maybe even groin. Okay,
so they're coming in straight this way. It's meeting up, and then they expand at the end. I mean, as you're going or not?
I'm not saying that at all. So this is like this. Let me see if I can show you a little bit better. I don't think they come and meet up in the center and then expand. So from here, I'm just gonna take you on the line here. So I'll assume I'm here, right? So here, this is gonna come up here. This way.
Okay.
So here,
So you
this one is kind of in and down, this one
Yeah.
is in and up.
that top one, you're kind of coming from a Hikate position and bringing it up.
Bringing it up
From the
and
shoulder.
shoving it out, yeah. Yeah, and that's very Okinawan, kind of very similar to what we did in the Hyakuhachiho, or this way, right?
Right.
All right, so very similar in nature. All right, anybody else questions? All right, let's go. Let's go from the beginning. We'll move on. Hi, wait. Move closer to your camera. Pitch. Knees hump. Shigo. Pitch hunch. Tate shuto to the side. Pitch. Knee tate shuto to the other side. Pitch. Knee. All right, from here. All right, here we go. From here, we're gonna make a big mate into a front stance. Haito with our right hand, pull the other hand back facing the back of the room. So palm, fingers are down, palm is facing the back of the room. Haito to the net. Then I'm gonna send this left hand underneath the right ki. Hey. So this is either hitting here or shoving it underneath here. I like the shove it part, shoving this underneath, maybe to the neck area. Okay. Then from here, I'm going to take a step back with my left, and I'm going to scoop with my left, push down with my right, pull back in, left on top, double punch. And do it again from here. And right leg forward to the back right or left corner of your room. Tight toe to the neck, 1. EI 2, 8. 3, scoop with the left, push down and back. Okay, so when you push down, do not take it and do this. Okay, leave it right here and pull it down. My interpretation of this is I've got his head here, and I'm going to take his head and I'm going to push it, pull his crown of his head underneath my arm, and bring his chin up and over. Okay, and I may not get this all the way underneath here, but I've got him here, and then I bounce his head off the ground. So I'm taking his neck, twist and boom, boom. Double bounce against the ground. Okay, so again, back to here, right leg forward, low, high, low strike, left high, right low, high toe 1, EI 2, 8, 3, 4. This is a front stance going back to the front left side of the room. Okay, and then unwind this, palm down, back stance, thumb straight up. Okay, thumb straight up. Okay, so this is tucked in, and the thumb joint is straight up. Okay, again, one more time to here. Strike the neck, 1, strike 2, yeah, 8, 3, 4, and unwind 5. Everything kind of together. All right, good. Any questions about that part? Yes, sir. Marty.
Quick one. On
Oh,
the-
Andy, okay, go ahead.
oh, sorry. On the double punch in Zenkuchidashi, do you think a little bit when you?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Well, it's down and back up again. So you're not staying there. So you're here. 1, 2. So boom, kind of
Right.
down and back up again. Because that's kind of what you want to do to them, right? If you got this head, you don't want to just here. You want to bounce it. Because that bouncing action is what scrambles the brain.
Yeah.
Just making it hit is not enough. It's the bouncing action that scrambles them up. Marty, did you have something?
Yeah, Sensei, excuse me, real quick, from this position, that push, is that arm, is that close to the front knee, or is that in the center? And then the same thing as with the hands, are they like in the center where one is above gate end, or are they more towards that 45 forward?
So I have my right hand kind of just inside the right knee by about a fist on this. Then I come back up, and the double punch is the same. The right hand stays about a fist inside the right knee.
Us, okay.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
And the Nijushiho version of this has this in a front stance, and they do kind of the same thing, but theirs is a lot more. Seems like it's a little bit more bent over than what we do. Okay. All right, let's go from the beginning and take it to there. All right, we're close to the end here. All right, here we go. Again, bring it close to your camera. Well, Nijushiho. Pitch. Knee. San. Ki. Go right. Hitch. Hitch. Ni. San. Ni. Go. Right. Hey, sit tight. Hitch. All right, from here, we're gonna step in, kibadatch, elbow to the head. One. Coming down the center this way. Palm is again facing your ear. Then I'm gonna shift forward, cover and reverse punch. Then I'm gonna shift back, down block. Do not let the back leg slide and then bring the other leg in. So this is a full kiba or elbow, full kiba, full kiba. Okay. Now unwind it again. Okay, to the front left corner of the room. Kibadachi elbow. One, kind of like in Han Yondan. Now from here, I'm going to come downward with the down block and leave the other hand into the bicep. I know some groups that do this and leave the open hand on top of the arm. Okay, 1, 2. That's what I do. Doesn't necessarily mean that's the only way to do it. But, okay, I know the Nisei Shi has something that's similar, but they actually take theirs to more of the front line instead of the side line. 1, 2. Now take the left leg, slide it in. And now we're repeating elbow, shift cover, down block. All right, so let's go back to double punch downward here, front stance. Unwind it, palm up or thumb up, elbow, kiba, punch cover, down block. Go back 45 degrees, and mate, and then elbow down block. Step out, 1, elbow, cover punch, down block. All right, so the last 2 moves. Watch my footwork here. I'm going to go this way. Picture that I am, let's see. So I'm here. My right leg is going to come slightly in front of my left, and I'm going to move over. 1, 2, squeeze in 1. Okay. So this right leg is going to come in front of, go over 2 steps of a Sanchin-dachi, and then bring the left leg over to get into Sanchin-dachi. This is here, and we're going to do double punch, right hand on top. So the left leg is going to be in front. So I end up going here, 1, 2, 3. You ready? Okay. So our hands are going to come up this way, step across, right, ki, and then from there, we're going to collapse, bring the right hand all the way over and around, and then switch the hands. Okay, so we got double punch, and collapse, bring the left hand underneath, right hand goes up, left hand goes underneath, and shove it in. Okay, so there's a couple different ways to shove it in. One is from here. The other is to bring it from here and push it in this way. I like both. Depends on what you think it's about. My bunkai for this one is twist his head and shove it in. Okay, so that's why I tend to like this one better, but they both are applicable. This one here is I'm getting the hands out of the way. Again, going groin, base. Okay, so let's see. So if we do left leg in front, double punch, my double punch, collapse. I'm in your mirror now. Okay, double punch, collapse. Bring the right hand on top, left hand down. Bring it around as you step forward. And then finish. Okay, so let's go back to this elbow punch down block. Okay, arms go up, squeeze it in. Hey, collapse, right hand across, left hand across. Now left hand goes low, right hand goes high. Then they switch. Now left hand is going to be high. Okay, last little tidbit on this is as I've got this in, I'm squeezing, right? Squeezing all this in tight. My heels want to come together. When I release, those heels come together. All that squeezing just gets thrown into the heels. Okay? Questions? No? All right, good. All right, so let's go from the beginning.
Sensei, I do have a question on that down,
Sure,
when you do
yes.
that down block. We do the
Yeah.
punch, and then the down block. We do the punch. And then, is that down block like straight, or is that a bit of a lean to it?
You mean from the elbow?
Yeah. We got elbow over. Do we
Oh, no,
stay
everything's
centered,
all,
or is-
Everything's all centered. Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's all centered. So watch. 1, 2, 3. Everything's all square up and down.
Okay,
Yeah, not leaning away. No. Anybody else?
all right, here we go. From the beginning.
Hi, well. Nijushiho. Pitch. Knee. Anshi. Go. Quick hitch. Touch. 2. Hitch. Knee. Up. Knee. Go. Hey. Rotate. Hitch. To be in Kokudachi. Thumb up. Hitch. Knee. Thumb. Hitch. Kokudachi. Thumb up. Front left corner of the room. Empty gate number out. Hitch knee. Now right corner of the room. Left leg. Empty. Toe punch and down block. Hitch. Forward in. Double punch. Hey. Collapse. Good. Okay, so one of the ways you get back home, or you can look for how close you are to get back home, is where you are when you step to make this elbow. Boom, you get on your mark. Okay, you get on your mark, or maybe even slightly in front of it. That's okay, but right about there, you should be at center and also right on your mark. So then when you're here, let's see if I put my foot on my mark here. And boom, step out. 1, 2, 3. From here, I'm going to be slightly behind my mark. Left leg is right on my mark. Boom. And then right leg goes slightly in front, finish, and then back. Okay, one of the ways you adjust that is how far you turn these elbow punch down blocks in or out. The more in, the further away you're going to go from this mark. But there isn't a whole lot of movement going that way. You got to really be careful sending things that way. So if your kibudachis are kind of short, maybe you want to tip them in a little bit more. But if your kibudachis are regular distance, you maybe want to go a little bit more in the 45 degree. Okay, I'm a little limited on the sides here, so I can't really go as wide as I'd like to. So I'm going to tend to end up a little bit behind where my regular mark is, because I have to do this, or else I'll run into the couch or the TV stand over here. Okay, question?
That last movement, Sensei, that's very slow and intense, or is it just kind of smooth and end?
it starts out fast, okay? So let me see if I can get you some tempo, right? 1, 2, 3. So this first one is quick. So this part is quick. Then slow. That helps,
Right, yes, thank you.
okay? And then even the other version of it is here. Still slow. Because think about it, if you were the guy training with that guy that was doing the kata, would you want him to go fast on this part? No, right? But this might be okay. Just let your hands kind of slip around their head, and then this last part just kind of. Okay, well, that would have torn my neck apart. All right, any other questions? All right, so I'm gonna leave this on the. Everybody does it, and I'm gonna do it opposite leg. I'm gonna endeavor to be better at it this week. I practiced it once before class. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. Okay. Ayo. Pitch. Isan. Shigo. Yeah. Hachiku. 2. Pitch. Knee. 3. 4. Go. Right. Stitch up. Pitch. Knee. Sheet. Go. Rock hitch. Pitch. Sorry. Knee. Sheet. Go. Pitch. Still get mixed up on those 45. All right. I gotta practice that myself for a little bit. All right, folks, any questions?
Good kata. I like it.
Thank you, thank you. We, this is one of those that, I think Andy used to do this one too.
Yeah, it's
As
one of
a
my favorites.
showdown, yeah, back in the day. So, Mark, did you ever do this one in tournaments?
I was practicing it, yeah, in 2020, but then it got canceled because of COVID.
Oh,
So good in
goodness.
it. I was fired up, I lived and breathed it, but then canceled.
All right. All right, folks, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. We have a big group today. Nice to see everybody, and we will see some of you on Saturday. All right. Thanks for coming, Tom, and good to see the rest of you.
Thanks,
Very
Sensei.
fun.
Thank you,
Sensei.
Thank you.
Indeed.